Hello. Hello. Okay, welcome everyone. Today we are on board Ryanair flight 336 from we're flying from Paris to Dublin, and we are expecting a flight time of about 2 hours. It's a very short flight, and we're flying the Boeing 737 for the first time on stream. And let's hope you guys enjoy it. Let's have a look around how the aircraft looks. So I've been flying the A320 for a while now, for almost 4.5 to 5 months. So I have around 300 to 400 hours on it, and this is the first time on stream that I'm flying the 737. But I've practiced before the stream, so I feel I should be able to do a good job. Okay, there's the beautiful 737 with the Ryanair livery. Let's not delay any more time, and you guys can chat with me using the YouTube chat. I will be looking at that during the non-crucial phases of flight, when I'm done with the preparation, when I'm waiting for passengers to board and cruise and all that. Sure, you can chat with me using the YouTube chat, and I'll reply to all of your comments and suggestions. Okay, let's jump into the cockpit. There we go. Okay. Yes, Kamlesh, what's your doubt? Tell me. Okay. So, what we'll do is we'll start with our checklist. There we go. So, we'll start with the first checklist. So, checklist, safety inspection. Yeah. So, first thing is first, we'll head upstairs, close the battery guard. There we go. That should bring some power onto the aircraft. You can hear the aircraft start spooling up. I guess the volume is kind of low, but then yeah. Let's bring up the volume a bit for this, so you can hear it well. Okay, let's bring it out. That should be good. dome light 2. We're in daytime, we can use dim dome light. That's good. And gear status 3 green below the MCP, and 3 green on the overhead. Good. Gear status is checked. Okay. Let me just bring this to you guys. There we go. And yeah, next, fire test. We're doing the fire test. Fire square. Fire test. Fire test 1. Light eliminates. Good. Fire test 2. There we go. Light eliminates. Then the squib discharge test. Test 1. And test 2. Good. Squib test again. 1 and 2. Good. And we can ask ground power to connect. So ground services, GPU connect. So if we get outside, you can hear the GPU is being connected. That's the ground power unit that gets connected to the aircraft. Good. Okay, we have aircraft ground power. We can turn on ground power. Yeah. Position lights to steady. Position lights to steady. Wheel well lights on.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be taking off in just a few minutes. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for departure.
Okay. And electric switches. 1 and 2.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Electrical switches will come on. There we go. So we have electrical power, and at this point of time, what the first officer does is he will head outside the aircraft and start doing his external checks. We won't do that. We'll continue with the procedures because we know the aircraft has already been checked. Okay, I'll just go head outside to show you guys. Right. So the first officer will now head outside and do the walk around. It may be the first officer, maybe the captain. The pilot flying continues his cockpit preparation, and the pilot monitoring goes outside for the external walk. You guys can chat with me on YouTube. Okay. External checks are complete. Next, we can turn off the wheel well lights. We don't need that anymore. Okay, wing lights can stay on. And we can start our services. Forward service and off service can open. Okay. And then yeah, forward and off services can open up, and forward cargo and aft cargo can open up. Okay, and we'll look at how much of fuel we need. If you go to our charts, and we'll look at how much of fuel we need. Okay, so yeah, so we're carrying a block fuel of 8,000, 8.2, let's say, okay, because we add 0.2 tons for extra, and then we are taking about 1,000 tons, 1,000 kgs of fuel as reserve. Okay, we're good with that. We go back. Okay. Next, we go to fuel weight and balance, payload. We can ask the refueler. We need 8.2 tons of fuel, so 8,200 kgs. Okay, and we can start the refueling. Okay. If we head outside again, we should see that the refueling truck has come and refueling has started. Okay. There we go. I am monitoring the chat. You guys can talk to me in chat. Okay. Then we can go and start service crews. They'll start servicing the aircraft, put in the catering, aircraft equipment, and all that. Next, we need some lights on the aircraft, so we can start the panel lighting can come on, circuit lighting can come on. And main panel lighting over here can go to right, give some light over here, and first office main panel lighting will go on. And some more lights, panel lighting can come. Okay, panels are completely configured. Next, emergency exit lights can be guarded. Good. Cabin attempt test. Ground call test. Good. And then we'll check our flap indicators. So our flap indicator is showing zero flaps, and if we go over here, we know that we have set 0 flaps. Good. Those two correspond. You can say that. Also, if we look to our wing view, we can see no flaps have been set. That's nice. Okay. Next, we'll do our takeoff config test. So what we do is we push the thrust lever to full, and here the on sound. So that's our takeoff config test is done. Okay. Next, we have to do the cargo fire test. There we go. Sounds. Panel flood lighting has been set rather than tape checked. Okay. Next, we'll look at we have the hell on fire extinguisher. None of the circuit breakers are popped, and we have the emergency exit door. Good. Next, if we go upstairs, you have to test the flight recorder. So flight recorder switch can come on. Flight recorder can go to test. Oh, good. And you can turn it back. And Mach speed warning. So test and test. Good. Stall warning. The stick should start shaking. Yep. Stall warning 1 working. Stall warning 2 working. Good. And the upper mic selector can go to flight. Okay. And we'll align our initial navigation systems. So first we'll set the screen to show us the heading and status. There we go. And we'll align left to nav and right to nav. Okay. It's saying we need 8 minutes of time to align the IRS. In the time, we'll look up on the captain side. So we have the emergency exit row, and none of the circuit breakers are out. Good. Let's go back, and then let's test our MCP or master control panel. So master control lights can go to right. Test. Okay, all of the lights come on. If you look over here, all the lights are on and up also. So lights are checked, and then autopilot disengage 1 can be checked now. There we go. And autopilot disengage 2 can be. Same on the first officer side. There we go. And master lights back to red. Okay, we'll check our pilot oxygen mask. Test and emergency test. There we go. And main panel and lighting has been set. Nose wheel steering, clock, lower display set. Weather radar is on. And if we go on to the captain side, let's turn on the airport button. Terrain radar and barometric reference selector has been set to baro, and we'll set our barometer now. So if we go, we need QNH is 1023. We'll set the QNH to HPA 1023. Okay, 1023. If we look at, we'll see that on the first officer side as well. First officer side 1023. There we go. Those sides set. And minimums reference selector, we have to set it to baro. We need to look at the minimums. So minimums is for takeoff. The minimums is usually 1,000 feet above the airport elevation. We look at that. We'll go to our airport charts, and then we scroll down. We should have the airport. There we go. And on the top left-hand corner, you can see the elevation is 392 feet. So our minimums will be 1,390. I'll set that. So we'll go set it to 1390. For the 392 set on first captain side, same on the first officer side. Let's do that. Then 392. There we go. Minimums are set. Okay. On the first officer side, let's continue the test. First officer option 1 test, emergency test. Okay. And we have to set the TPWs.
Flight slow. Pull up.
Okay.
Wind shear.
And the clock can go to UTC
Wind
time.
shear.
There you
Terrain.
go.
Terrain.
And
Pull up.
terrain radar can come
Obstacle.
on the
Obstacle.
first officer side.
Pull up.
Weather radar will be off. Okay. And parametric reference selectors has already been done. Okay, we might have to spawn it again. Sorry for that, guys. We might have to do it again. I think let's play some music on the phone. Sorry guys, we are having some technical issues. We'll be back in 5 minutes.
I sing, but I hit a fucking melody. Staring in the mirror, face to face with my enemy. Pussy ass boy, don't know what he telling me. Get myself back, can I get some fucking equity? I'm a badass bitch, stripped down from my head to my toes. Whoa, whoa, what's that? Got a text on my phone. It's
Okay, we are back, but there's a change in plans. We'll be doing a different flight. We are flying the Air India Express now. Okay, so let's get that and start doing the procedures again. Let's head back there. So I'll turn off the music now. Sorry for that.
feeling this, wanna get up, get out, move on and start living. Hands cuffed behind my back and I'm stuck, I'm so livid. Middle finger to the blue stripe, trying to call a new night. Starting from the bottom and I'm trying to start it.
Okay, we're back. So I'll just download the flight plan and I'll be back. One second, I'll just be back right here. Resources. Okay. India Express. We are doing India Express 2526. Right. Okay, good. We should be back. Right. There we go. So we are back. Okay, we are back in the cockpit. So we'll continue where we left off. Now switches on. No. Phone services, GPU connect. I can bring on ground power. And dome lights can go to right. Okay. And I can turn off my nighters. Okay, we're back in the cockpit. And I'll turn on my logo lights, anti-collision lights, wing lights, and here we go. So if you look outside, we are at Bangalore with the Air India Express 737-800. Okay. So we are back in the cockpit. We'll continue with our checklist. Okay. Okay. So here status 3 on the MC, 3 green on the MCP, 3 on the overhead. Good. Fault and fire in operation test. There we go. Fault test is good. Fire test. Good. And then script test. I'll turn off the radio. Script test 1. Script test 2. Good. And then electrical power, hydraulics, electrical hydraulics 1 and 2. Exterior walk around is done. Yeah. So wheel well lights can come off now, and I'll give some panel lighting. Circuit breakers and again should be here. Okay, we're good there. Cabin lighting, is done often. The service doors, forward service and up service can come on. We can ask the jetway to be connected. Jetway to be connected. Okay. And forward and up cargo doors are done. And we'll look at the fuel. We need okay. There's no video for you guys. Let me come back there. Should be. Oh, okay. Sorry for that again. There, let me correct this a little bit. Yeah, there we go. We're back. So, yeah. So we were looking at the block fuel. So we need a block fuel of 8.2 kgs, which have already loaded, and fuel truck start fueling up. So we'll take 8.5. Fuel truck can come on. Block fuel is down. Fuel truck. Service crews on block can start services. The doors forward and up cargo can come. Okay, we can guard the emergency exit lights. Emergency exit lights are guarded. Cabin attendant on. And ground power on. Checked. Flap indicators are at 0, and our flap setting is also at 0. Good. We are at the 0 flap. Looking over the wings, 0 and 0. Checked. Flap indicators are checked. Takeoff conflict test. Thrust to full. We hear the horn. Takeoff conflict test complete. Cargo fire test. Cargo fire test. There you go. Cargo fire test. Good. Panel lighting has been set. Rudder and aileron trim checked. And we have the tail on fire extinguisher on board. Good. None of the circuit breakers are popped. Checked. And then overhead flight recorder test. Flight recorder to test. Checked. Flight recorder guarded. Mach A speed warning 1. Checked. Mach A speed warning 2. Checked. Stall warning 1. Checked. Stall warning 2. Checked. And jump seat mic selector to flight. Checked. And we'll set the headings IRS status to heading and status, and then to left to nav and right to nav. Okay. Yeah. Left to right to nav. We need 6 minutes of time for align. Okay. And let's look up on the captain side. So we have the emergency exit escape rope checked. None of the circuit breakers are popped. Good. And master control panel test. Master lights to test. Autopilot disengage 1 to test, and disengage 2 to test. 3 and 1 and 2. Those are checked. Master lights back to front. And pilot oxygen mask should be checked. Check that. check, and press and hold, checked. Okay, those are checked. Main panel and AD personnel clock and weather radar is off. We can turn on the airport button, terrain radar button, and we'll set our barometric reference selector. We're at Bangalore, we are at 3002 feet, so our reference will be 4002 feet. That's our minimum. For takeoff, the minimums are usually 1000 feet above the airport elevation. So I'll just have a look at that, 4002 feet. So if we go to our airport charts, here we go to airport, Bangalore, you can see, and QNH is 1012. I'll set the QNH. 1012 set on the captain side and on the first officer side. QNH is 1012 and reference to barrel. Reference to barrel, and again 4002 feet. Okay, 4027. So if we go to our airport chart over here, if you look at that, go to airport. So the elevation is on the top left hand corner, right over here. So it says 3002 feet. So I've set it to 4002 feet. That's our minimum. Minimum is set. Terrain radar, barometric reference selector, all that is done. On to the first officer side. Oxygen test. Hold for an emergency test. We'll set GPW's test.
Flight slow.
And clock to UTC.
Pull up. Wind shear. Wind shear.
And
Wind shear. Terrain. Terrain.
okay,
Pull up.
yeah.
Obstacle.
And we can turn on terrain radar.
Obstacle. Pull up.
Weather radar remains off, and barometric reference and minimum adjustment. So we can start our services. Forward and aft service doors can come closed. Forward service and aft service doors can come closed. Forward entry door is open, aft entry door is open. Passenger and cargo. So we look at how much of passengers and cargo we're carrying. Okay, let's have a look at that. It's on my phone, so I'm using it to. Okay, so we are carrying a payload of about 11 tons. So and expecting a zero fuel weight of 52.7 tons. So we go to payload 43.1. So 9 should be good. 52.7 tons of zero fuel weight should come up. Yeah, zero fuel weight has been checked, good, and fuel has been checked, good, and takeoff weight will be 60.6, approximately 60.7 we have, good, and all that is done. And we can start our flight leg and start letting our passengers in. Okay, let's start our flight leg. And let's start letting our passengers in. So we're departing from Bangalore to Ahmedabad.
Boarding is now complete. Flight transfer.
Air India Express 2526, cruise altitude of 38,000 feet, and time until takeoff is 40 minutes. Flight time will be 1 hour 47. We'll keep it as 2 or 20 minutes just to give us some leverage time as pilots. And we have 99 passengers. Okay. 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 Passengers are boarding. Okay. So we can start programming our FMC. So FMC aircraft model is check, engine rating is check, nav database is check, IRS position we'll put that in. We go to our position in page, go to the next page, copy our GPS position. So IRS position has been set and reference airport will be Bangalore, BOUF. So you can see the reference and the IRS are almost close. Reference airport set. And next page, if you go to our route, origin is Bangalore, we're going to Ahmedabad. Set. Flight number is Air India Express 2526. Those are set. Okay. Air India Express 2526 set. We can go to our performance initialization. We have gross weight of 60.1 and zero fuel weight of 52.7, which cuts most of that. Good. And we'll be cruising at flight level 380, that's 38,000 feet. That has been set. Okay. And we're carrying reserves of one ton of reserves. There we go. And cost index for today is 13. Okay. And the cruise wind we are expecting for today is 27 knots from 096. Cruise wind has been set. And ISO deviation. So it's 28 degrees Celsius, it should be 15. So 13 degrees Celsius of deviation. There we go, set. And look at our N1 limits. N1 limits are set. We are not doing a derated takeoff. We'll be doing a flaps 5 takeoff. So these are our V speeds. We'll put in our V speeds. Before we do that, let's go over here. Let's put in our takeoff weight. CT, that's 27.3. Let's put that in. 27.3. There we go. So it's saying stabilizer trim of 4.25. So we'll put it good. Okay, and V speeds can go onto our speed reference selector. So V1 is 131, V rotate is 134, and V2 is 142. We'll set our V1. V1 is 131. I set that. You can watch it over here. It should be very small, but then 131. These are V1 and V rotate is 134. Set. Those have been set. And V2 is 142. We'll add 15 knots to that. That will be 157 on the MCP. Set. Okay. We're done with the V speeds. Okay. Performance initialization is done. Let's open up our checklist. Yeah. And we go to, let's see if we have any latency. I don't think so. Good. Okay. So performance initialization has been done. So we can go to departure. What departure are we doing and what arrival are we doing? Let's look at that on the web. We are doing the OPAM 07 Bravo departure. So let's go to OPAM 07 Bravo. There we go. Select that. Departure has been set. Runway 27 right. Correct. There we go. And we will go to our route. Activate that. So, because we haven't planned it. Okay. So, next to OPAM, we're taking the Whiskey 56 airway. Whiskey 56 to Bravo Bravo India. Bravo India. There we go. To Whiskey 88. to Milax. Say oh no, it's the whiskey 18, sorry. Whiskey 2. Relax. Whiskey 1. Oh, sorry. Whiskey 88. 2. Golf Bravo. Golf Bravo. And then we'll take whiskey 18 to Milax. Okay? And then whiskey 75 to Alpha Uniform. And then we go to the next page. Juliet 19. Juliet 19. We're going to Quebec Zulu. Quebec Zulu. And we're on the arrival there. So arrival will be Quebec 1 Alpha arrival on ILS runway 23. Good, all of those is set. We can go back to our route. Okay. So we'll step through it. So if we go to plan mode on our plan mode and we'll step through it. Next. I'm just making sure the flight plan is everything. It's right. So everything looks right. So that's done. Dog activated. Results are set. Constitutions are set. Cruise is set. Cruise set.
On behalf of the cabin crew, I'd like to welcome you aboard our flight. As you find your seat, be sure to place your large carry-on items in the overhead bins and smaller items underneath the seat in front of you. If you have trouble finding a location for any of your carry-on items, please use the flight attendant call button over your seat.
Let's check if we have fuel on the center tank.
If the overhead bin is full after
So
you put your
we're
carry-on
not
inside of
using the
it,
center
please close the
fuel
bin
box
as
for
a
today.
courtesy to other passengers.
Once
Once all your items are put away, please clear the aisle and sit down in your seat to allow other passengers to
let's
find
check
their
our
seats
cross
as
feed
well.
valve.
If you are seated in an emergency exit row, please read the
Let's
exit seating
check our cross
responsibilities
feed
in the
valve.
safety
There we
card
go.
in the seat back in
Cross
front
feed
of you.
valve.
Please make sure
Check.
you are willing and able to
Oh.
perform the actions required. If
Okay.
you are not able or
Electrical
prefer
AC
not to
switch,
perform
you
these
can go to
actions, please
APU
let a
10
flight
now.
attendant know so you can be
And
reseated.
everything else is
Now's the
good.
time to
Fast
get out
sequence
any
signs
last-minute
can come
text
on.
messages if you need to, but we ask that once we
There we
depart
go.
from the gate, you put away
And left
any
side and right
laptops
side
or tablets.
window heats
Thank
can
you, and welcome aboard.
There we go. And system hydraulics, we'll check the system hydraulics. So over here, system hydraulics, we have good quantity, check. And back to engine business, check. And if you go upstairs, cabin is at the right altitude that we are at, okay, check. And cabin altitude check, cabin time indicates 0, cabin time indicates 0, check. Okay. And if you go back, trim air on. Forward cabin selector set, and containment cabin and aft cabin set. Okay. Left and right air conditioning packs become to auto now. Isolation valve and APU valve. Okay. Wing lights can be left on, anti-collision lights. Okay. Let's go to our departure now. So we go to our charts again. Yeah, I'll leave it like this. So over here, and we need to go to departure chart. So we go to departure. We are doing the APAC 07 Bravo departure. There we go. Okay. So we're departing from Bangalore, and we're expecting the course of 335. Well said that. 335 and set. Captain side, first officer side. Okay, and then yeah, I'll look at you guys' charts and right here. Yeah, I'll show you guys the paper. Give me a second. Okay, that has been set. Captain's flight directors on, and first officer flight directors on. There we go. Departure heading is, according to our charts, we are departing runway 27. So our departure heading is 272. 272. Departure heading has been set. Initial climb will be climbing to 8,000 feet. Initial climb as set. Standby altimeter is set to local units 101. There we go. Yeah, 1012, sorry. Yeah. Standby RMI. N1 and speed reference selector. Auto brakes to the jet takeoff. Auto brake on objective. And fuel flow reset. Initial count frequencies 122.8 set. Nav frequencies will be departing Bangalore. Will set the Bangalore VOR frequency 116.8 set. Okay. ADF frequencies, we don't have any ADFs. Initial transponder code will be 2000 set. Mic selectors are set. Flight deck door can come closed at this moment. We will close the flight deck doors. Flight deck doors closed. Now the first officer comes in. I'll brief him about the departure and fuel out clock, expected taxiing runway. Normal checklist will be done over here. I'll look at the normal checklist. If you go there, there's our normal checklist, before start checklist. Okay, before start checklist. We'll make our passenger announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. My name is Vikas. Welcome on board Air India Express 2526 service from Bangalore to Ahmedabad. We are expecting a flight time of 2 hours and 25 minutes. We'll be cruising at 38,000 feet and the temperature outside right now is 28 degrees Celsius. Thank you for choosing Air India Express and enjoy your services. This is your captain. Okay, passenger announcement is done. Forward and aft entry doors can come. Let's check if everyone's boarded. I'll ask my cabin crew if everyone's boarded. It will play back again. Okay. So I'll ask my cabin crew if there you go. We have 2 minutes of boarding. Okay. Okay. You're back in the cockpit. Okay, forward and aft empty doors can come closed when the cabin crew says they are ready. We'll keep it that, and until then we can start our APUs. APU to start. Hi Santosh, what's up? Okay, so our APU should be spooling up. let's look at the EGT. EGT is rising nicely. So once the EGT rises and falls back down, we know we have a good start in the evening. AP good start. Oh my god, this again, I don't know why this keeps doing that. Yeah. The cabin crew gave me the clearance that we are ready to go. The cabin crew gave me clearance that we are ready to go, so we can close the doors.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Flight 2526. Our flight time will be roughly 2 hours and 20 minutes. Now that the cabin door is closed, please make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your large devices are now shut down and stowed. Please fasten your seatbelt and make sure that all tray tables and seat backs are in a full upright and locked position for departure. Flight attendants, please prepare cabin for departure and cross-check.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we are ready to go. Okay, performance procedure checked. AP bleed can come on now. AP bleed on. Middle AP generator is on. GPU can go disconnected. Connect disconnect the GPU. Be disconnected. And outside air temperature checked. Selected temperature. Think of the baby. VR set. Speed box set. Stabilizer template set. And we'll go to a takeoff option here. So, inlet index, takeoff, and cutback thrust can come on. We'll cut the thrust at 1000 feet AGL, and we'll give it back at 3000. Okay. Normal checklist is complete. Okay. We don't have ATC, but then right now we should have ATC. So I'll just give me a radio check. Bangalore traffic, Air India Express 2526 radio check. If there's anyone, please give me a radio check. Okay. Initial altitude set, we'll set it to 1200. Transport set. Left and right air conditioning fix can come off now because we'll be doing our engine start soon. Normal checklist complete. And we'll start our pushback. Let's start our engines. We'll call for pushback.
Ground to cockpit, please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
I don't know.
Ground to cockpit, please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
There's our tow truck. Tow truck is here. Then outside. Pushback that will get connected.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Okay, he says all those hatches are closed. Good. Let's go then. Okay, the tow will connect now and we lift the aircraft up and we'll start the pushback.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Parking brake is going off. Wait a second, I just want to start my tracking so that I can give you a very good.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Okay, we can start engines. I'll do that in a second. Yep. We may start engines. So switch to ground. Spool, we are waiting for the spool up. There we go. That's spooling up.
Insert the metal fittings into one another and tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. We suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the entire flight as you may experience unexpected turbulence. There are several emergency exits on this aircraft. To familiarize yourself with the emergency exits on this aircraft, please refer to the safety card in the seat back pocket in front of you. In some cases, your nearest exit might be behind you. If we need to evacuate the aircraft, there is lighting on the floor to guide you towards the exit. In the event that the cabin loses pressure, an oxygen mask will drop right in front of you. To start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you. Place it firmly over your nose and mouth and secure the elastic band behind your head. Tighten the straps if necessary and breathe normally. Although the bag does not inflate, oxygen is flowing to the mask. If you are traveling with a child or someone who requires assistance, secure your mask first and then assist others. Leave your mask on until a member of the crew advises you it's safe to remove it. In the event that the pilot decides to take us for a swim, a fashionable life vest is located in a pouch under your seat or between the armrests. When instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch and remove the vest. Slip it over your head. Wrap the straps around your waist and buckle at the front. Pull the strap to tighten. To inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red cord only when exiting the aircraft. If your life vest does not inflate automatically, blow into the mouthpieces for manual inflation. Each vest is equipped with a whistle and light. If necessary,
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Once again, all devices must be in airplane mode and your larger devices must be turned off and stowed at this time.
Disconnecting tow. Stand
Please
by.
securely stow your personal items. Make sure your seatbelts are fastened and seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position. We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying the smoke detectors located in the lavatories is prohibited by law. All of this information and more can be found in the safety card located in the seat back in front of you. We suggest reading this and letting a cabin member know if you have any questions. Thank you for flying with us again, and we hope you enjoy your flight.
Engine generators 2, 1 and 2 on. Good. APU switch off. Engine start switches to continuous. Probe heats on. And left and right air conditioning fans auto.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the left. We'll see you next time. Have a safe flight.
Takeoff flaps. We'll set our takeoff flaps. We'll be setting takeoff of flaps 5. So flaps are coming down. You can watch the flaps coming down. Takeoff flaps are set. No, they are flaps 2. Flaps 5. There now. Flaps 5 has been set. Takeoff flaps set. Flight control check. Full forward. Full back. Full left. Full right. And rudders. Full left and full right. Check. Recall button press. Check. Lower display line check. Taxi procedures, the contact EC would say. Bangalore traffic, Air India 2526 taxi to runway 27. Okay. Taxi lights can come on. Left and right runway turn off lights can come on. We'll release our parking brake and do our takeoff config test. Parking brake released, full throttle, takeoff config complete. Take test complete. Okay. So button ready, takeoff brakes tested. Cabin lighting for takeoff. Cabin lighting to takeoff. And times only we'll dim the cabin crew saying that before takeoff we'll do that. Position lights, strobe and setting. Then come on. Okay. We'll do the before takeoff procedure then at our holding point. So I'll start with IR tracking. Okay, we have a tracking good. There we go. And release bottom brake and it starts to work. Before that, let me put in the chart that we need. There we go. Therefore that we will continue to start the task.
Note, the cabin lights will be dimmed for departure and landing. If you require additional lighting, there is a reading light on the panel above you.
So I'll just give you my hand cam so that you can watch me. I'm using my feet to steer and my hands are on the throttle. Hands off the stick, not touching the stick at all. Left here, right here, onto the taxiway. Watching the chart. The speed below 40 knots. We are approaching our loading point now. just look out for any traffic that's coming. Before takeoff checklist, left and right landing legs, good. And auto throttle can come to active, good. You do L-Navina, set, and weather radar can come on the left side, good. Okay. Weather radar set. Transponder TCAS TARA set. Yoke checklist. Okay, we do our take. Upgrade, please start elapsed time. And I'll explain the card for takeoff. So left, we don't have anyone on final. Good. Runway is clear. We are lining up. Clear. Takeoff might be loud. I think the wind on the or this should be. Maybe. Don't know. I want to move the ball a bit so that you can be able to see. And just bring down the volume just a bit. Okay. So we're good to go there. And yeah. Throttle 40%. Waiting for engines to stabilize. EGT is rising, EGT decreasing. So engines stabilized. So that. Check. Rotate. Get up. Flaps 1. Flaps 2. Correction. Flaps 1 notch up. That's flaps 1. Flaps clean. I'll be hand flying till 8,000 feet. Okay, we're approaching 8,000 feet. Autopilot can come on. Autopilot's on. Lavandina. Okay, stop tracking and let's bring you guys inside the deck with me again. Okay. Man, why did this keep happening? Oh my god, it's yep. I just want to make sure it's right. We are on road. Autopilot has oh, that's bad. You guys couldn't watch me if I did. Oh, it's really bad. Shit. Then at 8,000 you can find 38,000 feet. Let's go upstairs, 38,000 set. But so we're passing 10,000. Left and right landing lights and turn off. Runway turn ons can turn off. Taxi lights off. Wing and logo lights can be left on.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now passing through 10,000 feet. You can now turn on your larger portable electronic devices. As a reminder, please keep your seatbelt fastened while you are seated and do not congregate in the galleys or near the lavatories. This aircraft is equipped with onboard Wi-Fi. If you wish to connect to the Wi-Fi, you'll be directed to a page to pay a small fee for internet access. We do offer complimentary in-flight TV thanks to our partners. Connect to the Wi-Fi and you'll be able to access our wide range of free live TVs and paid movies library.
So we are on the right course. We have good flying. We're climbing at 185 knots. we have established good flying. It's a good 2. And cruise target speed. I'm going to target 0.8. So let's look at our let's see how they do. We look at fuel consumption magnitude and as the charts exactly which comma then we know the unit. So now comma we are able to have it. Okay, the past system have to standard. Standard, resource. The Boeing autopilot actually quite complex, unlike the Airbus. Airbus, the controls are stable and then nothing happens to the control that the autopilot is reflected within the systems. But the Boeing controls move actually. With the throttle levers you can see, as we reach out close, we have the bottom back and forward and we set as well. That's the major difference that I've noticed between Boeing and Airbus. With the autopilot. I feel the Airbus systems are much more advanced as compared to the Boeing 737 engine. I'm not sure about the MAX yet, but this is let's look at the map area. So we depart the front So we turn off the lights. So running 30,000 feet. And the traffic 226 back 880 direction. So you can follow this flight. So you just go to a website called simaware.com. The spelling is SIMAWARE.com, and then on your search bar you type in AXD2526. That's the flight number for today. So Air India Express 2526, and then you can see where we are on the world. Suyash Pandey, this is not prepared 350, this is XPlane11. Suyash, I'm good. The screen is dark because we are flying during the night. And if you have any doubts about pilot training, about I didn't take the Xerox of it, right? I have it right here. So it's on the electronic flight plan. If I go over here and I go to charts, and then I have the flight plan right here. So that's the flight plan. You can ask me questions about pilot training, about simming, anything. I am here to answer all. Okay. Flight plan is here, and I'm using the EFB for my charts now. So we have departed out of that. If you can see on this chart, we are on the right way. So and also EFB has GPS in the modern EFBs we have. So you can look at that. So I will grab a map. The map should load up and you can show us where we are. Yes, this aircraft does have off the flight. We are flying off the flight. My hands are off the controls. It's a Boeing 737. Yeah, I'm getting about 25 FPS, that is good, but because of certain PC issues, I couldn't show you the takeoff. Takeoff was wonderful. Right? The takeoff was wonderful. I think the landing, you guys should be able to see it. So I hope I got the landing, so it's a good experience for you. How many wheels does the Boeing 737 have? Boeing 737 has two. So four main wheels and two nose wheels. So I think six wheels is going. So that's enough. Let's go back. If you want to see the flight plan. So the flight plan is very long. Sir, how much height would you take it to? The Boeing can fly up to 41,000 feet, but I would rather keep it under 39,000 feet. We are approaching our cruising level. Okay, so we're at 38,000 feet, cabin lighting and cruise, and so the cabin announcements. I'll make the announcement for the passengers as well. Yeah. The cabin announcement should be on top right. You want a nice and professional announcement. Sure, I'll do that. Give me a second. The view should go off right now. I'll bring it back for you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain again. We are at a cruising altitude of 38,000 feet. We are expecting a flight time of 2 hours and 30 minutes to Ahmedabad. And thank you for choosing Air India Express again. I hope you are enjoying the services and flight. Please cooperate with our wonderful cabin crew. This is your captain again. Thank you for joining.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain again. We are at a cruising altitude of 38,000 feet. We are expecting a flight time of 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Next time, we'll definitely fly to Bombay next. I've flown to Bombay a lot of times on this aircraft, and I've flown the A350 and the A320. Next flight, let's shoot the A350. A350 is a beautiful aircraft. I don't think I've ever flown that on screen though. Okay. What is the menu for today? I don't know. Maybe something vegetarian, maybe not. Can't see, it's all dark. Now, can you see the screen now? I guess you should be seeing it. Yeah, you guys are able to see it. Yeah, you guys can ask me questions about the pilot training. I'll definitely answer those questions as well. Bring in your friends, ask me about pilot training, about ground exams, about anything related to aviation.
In a few moments, we'll be starting our in-flight service. We will be serving complimentary drinks and snacks. Please look in your seat back for our list of complimentary and premium drinks. Premium drinks are available for a small charge. If you wish to make an additional purchase, please note that we only accept credit cards.
Picking your charger. We are flying in the night. I don't think the sun should be visible. We are flying during the night. It is live time and live weather. Okay. We are from Trivandrum. That's cool. I'm from Bangalore. Let's look into our chart. So we are supposed to go to ABB. So that's the chart. We'll look at that. That's a thing. So if you want to see the cabin, that's how it looks inside the flight. chassis engine view on this side too. So the lights you can see down there, we should be passing over Andhra Pradesh. Yep. So kindly don't talk to me. I'm not talking. What are my PC configuration? Actually, this is quite a old PC. I do need to upgrade it. So it's i5 6600K CPU, RX 470 AMD graphics card, 16 GB of RAM, and I think MSI 270 AMD. That's the PC configuration. Okay. You can ask me questions. I don't mind. And please do subscribe to the channel and subscribe to the channel, leave a like, check out my other videos. We'll definitely keep on doing further streams. Sorry for the technical problems today. I'll definitely correct that. So we're at a cruise. Settle and get it. Everything looks good. Let's look at the presentation. Cabin altitude is at 8 across that's good. 40 across that is supposed to be limits. Cabin time is 0. And yeah, we look at a landing altitude. So here we set up a landing altitude. Go to right there. Airport chart. Okay, so if this is Bombay, I want to go to BAAH, Ahmedabad. So we'll be landing at 189 feet. So 200 feet I set good. And I'll set my minimums. However, I have time for arrivals. Approach, we're doing the ILS EMP 2. So we go to our minimums. Minimums is 410 feet. I set that. 5 and 7, 450. 430 I can check. The captain side, first officer side. Good. Minimums have been set. I'll put in the predicted winds at cruise. So if we go to my charts, there we go. Predicted winds. Applying total distance. So at at 293, flight level 293, there are winds of 314. Winds of 8 knots at 290. So we go to descent at 4 knots. Flight level 293. What will be winds? 314 and 8 knots. 314 and 8 knots. There. Next altitude is 160 and 043 knots. And last prediction will be another 053, so 5,300 feet, 2648. Yeah, and I have to set the QNH. They're expecting QNH of 1002. I said that. So predicted December. Yeah, also I will provide you my Discord link. Used to subscribe to my Discord channel and you can chat with me on the Discord channel directly. Chat with me on the Discord channel. I will, once the stream is done, I'll update the description so that the Discord channel is updated, or else you can go to my about page on my channel and then there you should find the Discord link. And Instagram, you can text me on Instagram. Both my Instagram handles are set at my about page on my YouTube channel. You can do that. Let's see how yes, next waypoint is Buff Buff Pro. So that is Gulbarga. We do go to this. We have 40 nautical miles. So this will be our approach airport. This will be approach chart. That's the airport chart. And our arrival will be, we are doing the Quebec Zulu 1. So arrival chart. That's our arrival chart. So this we use it to some Quebec Zulu. Be at 25,000, maybe lesser, maybe 18,000, and then we descend as well. What is this? This is flight simulation. I didn't bring the landing gear to half. What I did was, there are 3 positions of the Boeing. On the Airbus, there's just up and down. Okay. On the Boeing, there's up, down, and off. Okay. What it does is, when you put the landing gear to position up, it holds it in the up position. When you turn it off, there's no more requirement to keep on holding the landing gear up like that. And then when you press the landing gear down button, it forces the landing gear down. And there's also something called a manual extension. So if you go over here, let's show you that. So it's right behind the first officer seat. So if you open this up, there's a manual extension lever in case the landing gear fails. Okay. In case the landing gears fail and the hydraulics are not able to deploy it, let's say you have a hydraulic failure and something is leaking, you can go to that manual extension over there, and then you can pull that up. So what happens is the individual gear levers come down because of gravity, and then they lock into position because of the pins that are there in the gear lever. Thank you, Raghav, for that. Please do subscribe to my channel if you like the content. We do a lot more streams, and we will fly different aircraft in different cities and different places in the world. Also, I will be flying in real life very soon. So real life flying videos on the Cessna as a student pilot and then maybe as an instructor will be on the channel very soon. So stay tuned for that, and please do subscribe to the channel. And you can ask whatever questions you have on in aviation right now. I'll answer that for you guys. We're in cruise, so let's see where we are. So we are just flying over Kabul. So we are over Kabul. We are coming towards the direction, out of the park. We make a slight left turn towards. So we are as per our flight map. If we go to we should be on the airway. I'll show you before airway. So we are on the airway. Airways are basically routes on the sky. So just like you have roads for cars, airplanes have airways. So we are on the Whiskey 88 airway to the next waypoint, which is Tokyo. And then we go to the next airway, to our next waypoint. And then we are going to the 218 airway, I guess. Moving to the next airway, let's see which airway. And then we move, we are going to Milax direct. So from Milax we are taking the next airway, which should be Juliet Whiskey 2. So let's go back to right now. Here. So if you look a few pages down, so a lot of pages down, you can see the actual flight. So the route and the weather that we predict. The work of a pilot is not only in the air, so you have to know to read your flight plan and know to read the weather. So this is the routing. So we have departed from Bangalore. This is the route we're traveling to Ahmedabad. So and this is our alternate airport, Victor Alpha Bravo. And these are the wind charts. This is wind chart for flight level 30 or 30,000 feet. So what these arrow marks signifies are the direction of the wind and the speeds. It's very complicated to explain right now, so maybe next time. Okay. Next thing. So that's that. So if we go, we are cruising at 380, we can consider the winds at 390. So we are approximately somewhere over here, and we should be getting a wind of 25 knots. Let's see if we're getting approximately. So we're getting about 70 knots from 104. The direction is similar, right? So we're getting the approximately the correct predicted winds. Okay. further questions, I'm up for all sorts of questions today. You can ask me about Boeing or the Airbus, wide bodies as well. I'll soon bring to you guys wide bodies such as 767, which is a, right now they're phasing it out, but then they do use it for cargo. Please do subscribe to the channel and do leave a like, and please do watch out for next streams and videos. Yeah, you guys can ask me anything in chat. I'm up for discussion and whatever you want to ask me. We are already en route. We should be reaching Ahmedabad very soon. We made our left turn towards Ahmedabad. So you can see these lights. There are clouds here. These are the clouds, so that's why the city lights are not visible that well. We are on this airway. So we'll look at the expected times. So here we are expecting about, let's see the Zulu time right now. The current Zulu time should be 15:30. So we are expecting to start our descent in another 26 minutes. Okay, I will leave you guys and how you guys use. Let me turn on the local lights so that I'll leave you guys with the big news. Let's play some music. Move on. Let's play some music, guys, and I'll be back. So I'll just play some music for this. Guys, I'm right here. You can still continue to ask me questions. I'll be answering all your queries and all your queries as well. I'm right here, but I would like you to enjoy the views. So do that. That's the night sky, and we can see a bit of the ground. There's a lot of cloud cover, but then we can see patches of the ground.
Chiming. Okay, I'll just tell you straight up. Road trips are just better with Spotify premium. Ad-free music, and no issue even if you lose network. हजारों downloads हैं. That's why I have it. तुम भी ले लो या सुनते रहो इनकी पोएम.
हर फ्रेंड सर्कल में 2 टाइप के लोग होते हैं. That's why Spotify Premium Mini has a daily plan for just ₹7. And then there are
Long weekend aa raha hai. Let's plan.
अरे नेहा का बर्थडे है ना नेक्स्ट वीक लेट्स प्लान
there's a weekly plan for ₹25 for those times too.
अब फ्रेंड्स चाहे जैसे भी हो, you can get Spotify Premium Mini and choose your own plan.
yeah, rhyming, shiming. Okay, I'll just tell you straight up. Road trips are just better with Spotify premium. Ad-free music, and no issue even if you lose network. हजारों downloads हैं. That's why I have it. तुम भी ले लो या सुनते रहो इनकी Boeing.
We are 39 nautical miles from our descent. We're very close to our descent. In a short while, we'll turn off the music. Descent. So we'll be turning off the music in 2-3 minutes, and then we'll concentrate on our descent. We are 37 miles from our descent. So we can see the top of descent turning on the gate. So what it shows is the MCU is in the Airbus, the FMC has been programmed correctly, so the aircraft is able to calculate the top of descent on its own. Yeah. Okay. So we are almost at our top of descent. In another, you can watch through the descent procedure. It's quite interesting, and we should be landing in another 20 minutes. So as soon as we hit our top of descent, that's the descent phase that starts for pilots. It's quite the most intense phases of flight would be the taxi, takeoff, definitely, the approach, and the descent. Descent because you have to manage quite a lot of stuff. I already set up the forecast winds. So I already set up the forecast winds and the expected QNH by looking at the charts. And next, at this waypoint, I'm expecting to be at 6,500 feet at 210 knots, which I've already put into the FMC. So it has calculated that, and it will automatically get into that. Okay, so we are quite close to our top of descent. We are 25 nautical miles from the top of descent. I'll pause the stream, turn up the music, and get back. No, let the music run for a while. So I've already set the minimums. Minimums have been set 430 feet. The reference speed has been set, so we're good to go there. So, Quebec Zulu, you are next. So, you should so we're 19 miles from the top of descent. We're having about 15 miles to go. Well, 15 miles should be gone in about 30 to 40 seconds. That's what I expect. Maybe 1 or 2 minutes. Because we are cruising at a speed of 0.8 Mach. That's 0.8 times the speed of sound. We are arriving at our top of descent, so we're 10 miles from it. If it just programmed correctly, it should start descending on its own. The Boeing is able to do it on its own. The Airbus, we usually have to give inputs on the MCP. Let's see if it starts descending on its own. If it's not able to, then I have to put up the issue. And then maybe we'll have to give it some speed brakes, because if we want to descend faster, the speed will definitely go up. So we'll have to give it speed brakes to be able to descend at a faster rate and make it. So we are 4 miles from top of descent. This looks good. I can check this. Next, this is whether all of these is done. So that will be set. So that lights on. Scan on. All of this standby alternator will be So we can already see it's starting its descent. So the FMC was programmed perfectly. So it's starting a descent on its own. So we have started our descent. So we are outside. You can see the aircraft should have pitched down and we have started our descent. I'll set the altimeter 1002. The standby can go to 1002. We'll turn off our music now. Give me a second. I will turn off the music and come back to you. Yeah, we are back. Okay, let's go to you're here with me on the flight deck. Okay, we are back. Yeah, we have started our descent and we are good on our descent. So we're descending to next flight level, we're descending to 210 and then 65 we'll definitely be all, I've already programmed that in. So at this point at Alpha Hotel 378 we want to be at 6,500 feet. That's where it's taking us. So if you can look over here on the Alpha Hotel 378 it wants to be at 6,000. That's what it's doing. So we're descending through 32,000 feet now. And it's maintaining a descent speed of about 270 knots. 275. It's doing it on its own. I haven't touched any of the MCP buttons. I just set the altitude that I want to level off at. It's maintaining a very good descent profile. So, and on the chart, we should be coming in soon. Quebec Zulu is Vadodara VOR. So we are 40 miles from Quebec Zulu. So we are fast approaching Quebec Zulu. We'll be coming to our approach. Sorry for that. Again, we're back. There we are. Second. Yeah, it should be correct. Yeah, there we are. Good. We're back. Yep. We're descending to 29. We're maintaining a very good descent rate. If it says drag is required, what we can do is we can give it some speed brake so that we can take the descent higher than faster rate. So we can give it some speed brake. Just like that. Okay. So we can descend at a faster rate. Because we are already on a good descent profile. You can see the descent profile on the first person side. So you can see the descent profile over here. We are descending to 28,000. Okay, that's very good. So, everything else looks kind of dirty because I set it up. So what is this? This is called the stabilizer method. So it just trims it out. Trimming is basically moving the control surfaces slightly so that you don't have to put force on your controls to control the aircraft. It's already trimmed out. You do that even on a Cessna. On a Cessna, you have to do it by hand. On a Boeing or an Airbus, or maybe Cessna citations and all that, it's automatic and it trims out automatically even without autopilot. You will see as I'm coming in for landing, I'll take off the autopilot at about 1000 maybe. As soon as the runway is visible, I usually make it it a habit to take off autopilot and hand fly it. So as we are coming in, I'll take off the autopilot, but it'll still continue to trim. You'll see that happen. So we have the city inside. That's nice. You can see the city. So we should be approaching Quebec Zulu. We are 18 miles from Quebec Zulu. 18 nautical miles. When I say miles, it's nautical miles. Usually, when I specifically say statute miles, then it's miles. We're fast approaching Quebec. We are descending at a very good rate. We are at the expected profile. So what you can see here is Boeing has a very good feature. It shows if we are high or low on our approach. So we are exactly on the center, meaning we are very good on our approach. Okay, 13 miles. And then as soon as we approach Quebec Zulu, what you can see is the aircraft will come into picture on your chart. This actually happens even in the real aircraft. If you have a very good electronic flight bag and very good GPS systems on board, what it will do is you will be able to see your aircraft on your charts. That's a very good features for pilots, so that we can see if we are doing the correct direction and all that. It's again an added instrument that we are using. If our onboard system GPS fails, we can always use an iPad or an electronic flight bag. We are 9 miles from Quebec Zulu. Yeah, that's whatever we are. We are approaching that. We're exactly at the altitude. Quebec Zulu, we were expecting to be at 19,000 feet. We are exactly at 19,000 feet, which is very good. Next, actually at this point, which is Alpha Hotel 404, we are expecting to be at 9,800 feet, which we should be at. We will be at because we have configured properly, which is a very good thing. It's all about being a pilot is all about professionalism. So major thing is you do your stuff even before you take. Okay, all your calculations should be right. All your chart reading should be right. You should put in the information into your FMC. That's this. On the Airbus, it's called the MCDU. If you watch my previous stream, I programmed the MCDU. So if you have programmed it right and read your weather right and put in your wind information right and your QNH right, you should be on the perfect descent profile just like this. Okay? It's a very good example. And then when we're coming in for landing, you'll see that too. I'll hand fly it. That's again, flying on a simulator is not just fun and games and all that. It just transfer over to the skills that you have in real life as well. So major thing that I learned from the simulator is you get very familiar with where the switches are, what switches do what. If you look up here, there's the flight control panel, and then there's the IRS panel, and then there's the flaps and slaps leading edge devices panel and all that. Okay, emergency transmission panel, and we have down here, if you look, you have the radios and you have the navigation panels and all that. So you get very familiar with that. Not only Boeing 737, you can fly different aircraft. Obviously, you can fly you have n number of aircraft and there's no restriction. So you do learn quite a lot from flying on the simulator. Okay, we are at 16,000 feet. We should be exactly at 9,800 as we have planned, and then we'll fly to 6,500. Below that, we'll be descending to 4,000, and then maintaining 4,000 until Alpha Hotel 414. Then we'll descend to 2,000, and then on that same profile, we'll make our base leg turn, and then we'll turn on to flying. I've already said the courses required, the headings required, everything is done. So it's always being prepared for whatever you want to do in aviation, which is very important. If you're prepared, whatever emergency arises, you can react very immediately. That's a very good thing to do and very good thing to practice in aviation. 40,000. And also, I'll deploy the HUD for landing, which is very useful. It's not available in all aircraft, but it's a very good, useful feature to have it on landing, because you can see the altitude tape, your speed tape, your localizer and glide path will come on this as well. So it's a very good thing. And course and heading, obviously. So we're descending to 12,000. 30,000 basically. So we are 10 miles from Alpha Hotel. Yeah. So you can already see on the chart our aircraft is visible on the chart. So we are on the correct path. So this is another aid that you can use for which is very useful again. Very good. You're maintaining a very good distance, right? So that can again be confirmed by looking at the image. So this will be our decel point. So what happens is, you can see as soon as we pass this point, it will change our speed automatically. Yeah, so we are passing to 10,000. Landing lights can come on. Left and right navigation lights, traction lights can come on. Passing seatbelt signs can come on. No smoking signs can come on. Parametric value can, I set the units, and I'll do that. I'll just, let's make sure there's no one else in the area. I don't think there's anyone, so...
We have begun our final descent into your destination. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in the full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat.
Decrease our speed, and we
Please
are
complete
exactly
all Wi-Fi
on the
related
glide path.
tasks
Very
and
good.
stow any larger electronics.
So it's going to hold us at, I think, 240 knots, because here on the chart you can clearly see it wants to enter into this waypoint at 210 knots. It will bring us to 210 knots on its own. So there's another diesel point that has come up here. So it will automatically bring us 210 knots. What I'll be doing is, I'm constantly monitoring the instruments if nothing goes wrong, right? I'm constantly checking the instruments, making everything is right. So we are past 9,000. Actually, our transition altitude in India is 6,000. Transition level is usually given by the ATC. We'll keep it as 8,000, and then we'll set our QNH once we pass 8,000. Our QNH is 1, you can clearly see, I'm looking at the chart again, the METAR for Ahmedabad, QNH is 1002. Passing 8,000. QNH will be set standard 1002. Yeah, 1002 has been set. And towards the first officer side, 1002 will be set.
1,000 to go.
Yeah, 1002. So we will exactly enter this at 6,500 feet. We're just 500 feet above the descent. So we'll exactly enter it, and at the speed that we need, that is 210 knots. you'll clearly see what will happen. See, if it wants, it says drag required. See, we are descending exactly to 6,500 feet, and the speed is also down. You can see the speed will start coming down now. There we go. Speed is starting to come down. You can see the green arrow down now. You can see it over here on the cut as well. Right. So we are making our downwind turn. So we should be landing in another 10 minutes. And yeah, these phases are very crucial. And you can clearly see the stabilizer is turning so that it's trimming it out on its own. So as we approach the flap up to speed, I'll arm flaps 1. Is our flap up speed. So next point, what you can see is here it wants to be at 210. As we approach this point, we want to be at 180 knots. It will automatically do that. Let's see what it does. So next, when it comes to its decel point, it will do that. We should have the airport to our left in a short while. So actually, if you look outside, let me show you. That should be our airport. Right there. Yeah, we are approaching Ahmedabad. Ahmedabad lights are visible. The city lights are visible. I don't think we'll reset here. You see the airport to our left as we pass Alpha Hotel 414. And I can set this to 30 because they're over. I've already tuned the VOR frequency 113.1. So that's the VOR frequency that we given over here. So 113.1. So that has been set, and course we want to be at 225. That has also been set over here. So I've already set it there. 225. So what I'll do is when we are approaching our final base leg, it will ask us to vector. So I'll manually set the heading and then set it up such a way that it is able to intercept the course that we want to intercept. Okay. So yeah, we have control. So they are asking me to contact them. I'll do that. 132.7. 32.7. Air India Express 2526.
Air India Express 2526, report your intention.
Air India Express 2526, we are going to land at Ahmedabad. We are configured for ILS runway 23.
India Express 2526, sir, confirm you had filed your flight plan.
I don't think I've filed my flight plan, but would you please look into that?
Express India 2526, you have to file the flight plan first. I request you to disconnect and file your flight plan, then you can reconnect if you want.
Air India 2526 will disconnect for landing because we are very close to the ocean.
Roger, Express India 2526.
Okay, we are coming in for our final descent. So we are at next point. We want to be at 4,000. I'll set 4,000 and let it descend. So I want to descend to 4,000. We'll give it a change. Okay, we should have the airport to our left in a very short period of time. Yeah, there we go. You can see it from the window, I guess. Not yet. There might be. Yeah, that should be the runway we are landing on. Yeah, right over there. Okay, we are at the top of descent. It's going to descend on its own. However, I have armed level change. We should be at 4,000, and then we'll descend to 2,000. I want to descend a bit quicker, so I'll just give vertical speed. It should descend to 2,000. Our speed will go up if we do that. Yeah, we should be good into 5. We should descend to 2,000. Set it to 2,000. A bit fast. We can arm speed brakes. What you can see is the speed brakes come up. I've given it some speed brakes so we are able to descend. Yeah, we might have weather, so that's right. So we are passing through the cloud. Okay, we are almost at our desired altitude. I'll come back to the speed brakes can come off. So we are at 2,000 at the required point. Oh my god. I have to put it back on here so that you don't miss the landing. I'll be back. 1 second. Right here. You should come back on the screens right now. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Yeah. What? Yeah. No. Yeah, we are back. Nice. We are on the final base leg turn. So as soon as we pass this point, again we are gone. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, buddy. Oh. There we are. So we are as we pass this point, I'll arm heading select. So I'll arm heading select. I'll start making my base turn. So you can see we'll start making our base turn. Right, just like that. We're making our base turn. Good. I'll put it up in such a way that it's able to, okay, we are at a flap up speed, so flaps to 1. We're decelerating. I'll make it intercept with the glide path as I desire. So we are at our base turn. So let's go to our approach chart. So we are over here. I'll make it intercept this, and then I would have armed VOR lock because we wanted to lock onto a course of 225 degrees. I'll do that. So I can start my heading again. Let's make the turn as I'm manually setting the heading, so it's able to exactly lock on to the course that we want. Right. So we should lock onto the course very soon. I am happy with the path we are following now. So we will lock onto the course and the aircraft will turn on its own. So if you go to the VOR display over here, you can see the CDI is showing the deflection. We're coming in to lock onto the course now. And we can give it one more notch of flaps, flaps 2. So yeah, heading select mode gets disabled, VOR has been locked on, it will automatically turn on to final. So we're turning on to final. There we go, nice and beautiful. We turn on to final as we require. So you can see we'll be clearly on the straight path. We are using ground-based navigation aids, that's why it's called instrument landing system. So we are locked onto the VOR. As we reach onto the next point, I'll arm the approach. So it overshot a bit, it will correct for itself. Is the autopilot flying now? As we pass through 1,000 feet over here, I'll disable autopilot and fly down to the runway. So flaps 5. You can see the flaps coming down anyways. I'll just show you what happened. And I have assigned it to a button. So flaps 10. You can see the flaps will be out. You can see the flaps have come out. Okay, flaps 15. And landing gear lever. Landing gear will come down. Flaps 15 and landing gear. We are almost fully configured. We will tune the ILS frequency now. ILS frequency and we'll arm approach. So if we go to approach mode, it'll lock onto the localizer. Localizer has been locked on. Glide slope will come into play as we pass this point. As soon as it's able to pick out the glide slope frequency, it will do that. Then at flaps 15, we'll go flaps 25. We are 9 miles from touchdown. Usually by 5 miles, we want to be fully configured. All flaps out and all gears, the landing gear lever. Flaps 25, flaps 30. So flaps are out. Gear lever should be down. Yeah, gear lever is down. Flaps are out, gear lever is down. We are fully configured. Approach mode is armed. And approach mode is up here too. So as soon as the glide path frequency is picked up, it will automatically tune into it. So I've already tuned the frequency that we require over here on our nav frequency panel. It will start descending automatically as we reach our glide frequency. So I think it should come into play as we pass this point. Set on 600. Yeah, glide slope came into play. Anyways. I'll descend to 1600 as it is written on the chart, and then we'll continue as per the instructions. We'll level off at 1600. Okay, we don't have the runway inside yet. That's outside. I don't think we have the runway inside. Yeah, we don't have the runway inside. So it might be low. The approach code is however on. So it will start descending with the glide path. You can clearly see we're starting at descent. As soon as the runway is visible, yeah, I can see the glimpses of the runway. See that? The landing lights are there. So it's a low visibility, but I'm able to see the runway before my minimums. So I can continue the approach. Okay, we are descending. As we pass 1000, I'll take over manual control. We are on the glide path, which is very good. And I'll go to here so you can see
1,000 feet, stabilized, Mr. Birch, altitude set.
disabled autopilot. Stable descent.
500.
Maintaining about 700 feet. Right. It is good look.
Approaching minimum. 300.
Minimums, front speed.
Minimums. 200. $100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Touchdown, reverses required. Maintaining runway required.
80 knots.
80 knots confirmed, reverse is closed. Auto brakes continue. Taxi out. Taxiway should be complete.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our destination. The local time is 10:09 p.m. and it's currently about 33 degrees Celsius. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins, as items may have been shifted during the flight. If this is your final destination, we thank you for flying with us. If you're making a connection, we encourage you to check your itinerary to ensure a smooth continuation of your journey.
Yeah, we can start our APU now. Landing lights can come on, but we keep our taxi lights on. That should be before it starts. I hope you have gotten transfer. So I'll park it exactly in the 77 mark. So you can see the markings outside. Outside showing. So what you can see is there's the CRJ 777, 7, 1819 and 1820. So we'll park it exactly in the 77. Where we should be parked. We are parked. Parking brake set. Right directors to off. We don't need that anymore. SP bar set on. We don't need that. Altitude bar set to list approach plus. We've already done our approach, so that's not. Cabin lighting white. Come on. Wing anti-ice off. Middle APU, yeah, we have already started our alternate power and APU generators on. Engine start lever 2 to cut off. And we can ask airport operations to connect the jet way. Let's see. Yeah, the jet way. The jet way is starting. Yeah, and then we cut off. As soon as your doors open, cut off. Engine number 1. So passengers can start reboarding. Anti-collision off. Initial transfer. Stay tuned. We'll look at the replay of the landing. Initial transfer of the set. Right at the open. I'll ask for ground power. Ground power can come on. APU can come on. APU took off. And time sheet. You can ask the to start recording. You can turn off passing sequences. Slow sequences. Electrical pumps A and B. Isolation valve. Option to go. Yeah, cargo can come off now. Passengers like close. We're done with it. We'll just wait for passengers to deboard. We'll look at the we'll look at the replay. Let's look at the replay of the landing. This Let's look at the replay on a different angle. So it will be nice for this. Landing was a little bit more further. Just a bit more. Back. Display from here.
We're still deboarding.
Okay, we should be done within 2 minutes and then end this video. Thank you for joining in, guys. Subscribe to the channel. We'll bring up some more good, great videos, and I'll work on the technical part of it. There were some glitches, sorry for the takeoff, and I'll fix those glitches, and then we'll be back for another stream. Next time we'll fly the A350 maybe, or yeah, we'll fly the A350, and we'll be back on the 737 soon. 737 is a beautiful aircraft, and we'll be flying the A350, 77. Yeah, I'm going to bring in the 767 and the 757. Another two very beautiful Boeing aircraft, but if you ask my preference, I say the Airbus. It's a personal choice, but then all of these are very beautiful aircraft, very enjoyable, both on the simulator as well as we're done with the program. Go to your screen. Play some music, please. OBS install. Please do subscribe to the channel, and we'll be back with wonderful videos.
Woke up, told myself to push and never stop. I've been stressed out, watching both these hands around the clock. With my eyes wide, trying to get the panorama shot. Whole world getting blurry to me, answers getting lost. So I watch my back and keep it moving to the front. And remember that the world's yours, do it how you want. You've been waiting here for too long, think it's time for you to move on. Realize that there's real lies in these real times to be strong.
I've been waiting all my life, and it was right before my eyes. Watching all this time slip by, now I realize. You know I've been waiting, 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 you know I've been waiting. But will you wait for me?
My whole life I'm forever grinding, waiting for my time to shine just like a diamond. When life is rough and I ain't with that funny stuff, I use it all as motivation, but it's hard to have the patience. Watching time fly by might be the hardest thing I have to do in life. Frustrated that I ain't where I want to be yet, but I know that I'ma make it if I chase that check. Yes.
Cause I done seen the time go by for too many years now when the stars were aligned. Cause I done seen the time go by. Yeah, I done seen the time go by.
I've been waiting all my life, and it was right before my eyes. Watching all this time